I don't think there's a place on earth as beautiful as it is here.
All the tribes in Puget Sound thought of this place as being paradise.
Salmon running through our urban streams and orca off of our downtown coastline.
I mean, it's one way to define the Pacific Northwest, not only by its forests, but also by its beautiful water systems. Salt water, rivers, creeks.
And it's easy to forget that it's not all pristine. It's easy to forget that the way that we live our lives now directly impacts the water quality.
We built our communities, we built our cities, we built the places we want to live and work before we knew that stormwater was a problem. The pollution from our cars, from pet waste, from pesticides and chemicals that you use in your yard, all of that pollution settles there on hard urban surfaces, parking lots, highways. And then what will happen here in Seattle?
Every time it rains, as the water is falling onto the ground, roadways and our parking lots and our roofs, it can't infiltrate into the ground the way that it normally would in a natural or forested setting. In our urban spaces, that water is moving along the surface, along our streets, collecting all of pollutants and a lot of material, and then all of that ends up into places like our urban streams. Beginning in the 1990s, there were documented cases of coho pre-spawn mortalities. The adult salmon returning back to their natal streams to spawn were dying in those streams before having a chance to spawn.
We've been aware of the impacts of stormwater on fish for a long time, but it's been challenging to try to get down to the specific chemicals that are causing the problem. It's only been in the last 3 or 4 years that this incredible research team at WSU and the UW working together found that there's a particular chemical used in the construction of tires called 6-PPD, and as it enters our systems, we're finding it to be incredibly toxic for the salmon that we care about.
The decline of salmon has really been devastating for our native communities, as salmon are a way of life.
All the tribes in Puget Sound depend on access to the fish as part of their treaty right.
Our ancestors relied heavily on healthy salmon runs. And it's no different today. Our people rely heavily on good, healthy salmon runs. And in order for that to occur, we got to have good water.
Here in King County, we have built a centralized wastewater treatment plant that is cleaning almost 70 billion gallons a year of wastewater. And there's still about almost 120 billion gallons a year of stormwater that runs off roads directly into our lakes, rivers, and streams. And you can't treat that pollution in a centralized way like at a wastewater treatment plant.
In a region that is home to millions of people and growing, our commitment is to innovate and improve on the stormwater treatment, on the sewage treatment system. We also have the opportunity to focus on the green infrastructure.
Green stormwater infrastructure is the new approach to the oldest technology we have, nature. Over the past decade, we've learned a lot about how to build rain gardens that can, on a small scale, treat that polluted stormwater, filtering out the oil, the grime, the tire rubber dust before it goes into the waterways. Rain gardens are an amazing solution where an individual wants to take action to treat runoff from their own roof or adjacent to their own road. But Puget Sound is in trouble and it needs large-scale solutions.
We can create more opportunity for people through approaches like stormwater parks. managing the water in a way that creates better ecological outcomes and provides opportunity for people to recreate and enjoy. This is an example of the multi-benefit approach that we have to take, getting the most for each dollar for people, for salmon, for orcas, for this place we call home.
We have really wonderful examples of stormwater parks built by utilities, built by cities, built by counties, built by communities across Western Washington. And we're going to need all of the above to get to the number of these facilities that we need.
Our approach needs to be to make the rivers from the headwaters to the sound clean and able to sustain the life of these ancient fish. We have to approach this not on a parcel by parcel or piece by piece basis, but at the watershed scale. And that requires us to work across communities, across governments, in order that we might be able to knit these natural systems back together.
We know that this is going to continue to be a large problem. We are seeing more people move to the Pacific Northwest, more roadways being built.
If we do it in the way that the first 3 million people arrived, that 118 billion gallons is probably going to get to be more than that over our lifetimes, as climate change has an impact on how and where and when rain falls in our systems.
We can use that innovation and those resources to restore the natural environment of this place. That is my goal, perhaps my greatest goal in my job. And I know I share that goal with many, many people at King County and beyond.